It's actually quite a big box. I know in my previous like card case, card holders and my key pouches, it's come in a really small box. So this is interesting, it's in a larger box. I hope this is the right item. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name's Natalie and I do videos on handbag reviews, unboxings, a bit of luxury eye candy. So if you're into any of those, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you back. So I've got a really exciting video for you guys today. It's an unboxing / comparison between the Louis Vuitton key pouches. So if you've seen my previous videos, you'll know that I own the Louis Vuitton key pouch in the monogram canvas. And this is a piece that I purchased over 5 years ago. So it's quite old and worn, but it's still in really, really good condition. And I've done a review and different ways to use this key pouch, so I'll link that up here if you want to check that video out. But this is a really exciting video because I managed to pick another one of these little guys on the Louis Vuitton website recently. So it was just a random Thursday morning around 11 o'clock and I was just browsing the Louis Vuitton website. I was going through my wish list and I have this piece saved on my wish list, and I was actually looking for something else on the Louis Vuitton website, but I happened to just click on it and I saw that it was add to shopping cart. So I kind of like froze and I was in shock. And I clicked on it immediately, hoping it wasn't just a glitch. And because I've purchased Louis Vuitton pieces before, all my credit card details are saved. So I checked out immediately and it was secure. So the pouch that I picked up on the website is also in the monogram canvas, and it's a gift for a friend of mine. She's actually my cousin, but I wanted to gift it to her because she's been a huge supporter of my YouTube channel. She's the one that encouraged me to start a YouTube, and she's been through thick and thin with me. So I just wanted to give her a little thank you, and plus her birthday is coming up, so I really wanted to get something for her birthday and something a little bit special just to say thank you. And yeah, so hopefully by the time this video goes up I will have already given it to her, so it's still a surprise because I know she watches all my videos. When I purchased it and got the confirmation email, I didn't get any notification saying that it was shipped, because usually when you purchase something on the Louis Vuitton website, they'll email you maybe like that afternoon or the next day saying they've shipped it, because they're really quick that way. The shipping is really fast at Louis Vuitton, but I didn't actually receive anything until probably the following Tuesday or Wednesday saying that my item was shipped. And when I checked my Louis Vuitton account, it said pending, and that was a few days into it. And I think they were saying that they were trying to look for stock. So I don't know what happened there, like maybe it was a glitch and I just happened to stumble across that and happened to put my name down on the waiting list because I already paid for it. I checked my credit card account, the money was already taken out of my account, so it was definitely confirmed and paid for. So yeah, I guess it was just a waiting game to see whether or not they could find the stock, or as soon as they got stock delivered, that's when they'll ship it out to me. So maybe they were expecting stock to come in and that's why they made it available on the website. So I'm not sure about that, but yeah, it took like 5 or 6 days to actually get to me. Louis Vuitton shipping is normally, you get it the very next day, if not the day after. But yeah, this took quite a while to get to me. I think just because it was still pending and they were trying to find stock of it. But yeah, anyway, I managed to get it and it's all good. I actually haven't opened it yet. I wanted to wait and see and kind of compare the two, my first impressions of it, because I know I've heard here and there that the canvas pieces, particularly on the small leather goods like the key pouch, the mini pochette, the canvas is a lot thinner and more pliable, whereas this one, because it is over 5 years old, it's pretty thick. So this is kind of like the older style key pouch. You probably won't be able to tell, but it's really sturdy. It's not that flexible. It's still pretty stiff. It's held up really well given how long I've had it and how much I've used it. So yeah, let's get to the unboxing. Let's see what the new ones look like. I haven't actually seen or held a newer key pouch in person, so this would be really interesting to see and see whether or not it is true in that the canvas is a lot thinner compared to this, or if there's any major differences. So yeah, let's get into it. So I've got the box here. So I've just taken off the outside box, so it's just a plain cardboard box. And with Louis Vuitton pieces, when you order it online, it usually comes beautifully wrapped. So let's just lift the box up like so. So I love that detailing, how it says Louis Vuitton there, and it's just, the box on the outside is very discreet, so if anyone was to like look at this box, they wouldn't know if it's a designer box or anything, or a designer item. But when you flip it up, you've just got Louis Vuitton there, so I love that. And here we've got the receipt. And another thing that I love about ordering online is that you get the original OG Louis Vuitton receipt. So it's in that really nice paper. So I'll see if it's just here. Yeah, so it's kind of this paper here. So it's got the LV logo there and it's just like a nice thick paper. Whereas nowadays I know if you purchase Louis Vuitton items in store, it's just kind of like a grocery receipt. It's just like a very flimsy, not that luxurious. So I love ordering online and getting this receipt. It's also got a returns and exchanges form if you wanted to return or exchange. So that's another good thing about ordering online at Louis Vuitton. The returns policy is really great. I know if you purchase stuff in store, you don't get the option of returning it. You only get the option of exchanging it. So ordering online, you do have the option of returning or exchanging. So that's what I love about ordering online too. I guess because you can't inspect it, so they do offer that refund policy. It's also got the return slip label, a little thank you note for shopping at Louis Vuitton, and this little piece here. So this is an additional thing that I've added to my cart. It's just like a personalized message. So I was really worried that by the time I checked out and paid for it all, the item would be out of stock, because I know with these hard to find pieces, you have to act really fast, so you have to check out immediately. But because I wanted to write a personal message to my cousin, I just kind of quickly typed something up and I checked out immediately, hoping for the best, and luckily enough it went through. So this one is just a personalized message I sent to her. I won't show you what it is, but it just comes on like a nice little paper and it's got a message there. So it's just like a little personalized envelope or personalized message in an envelope. So that's really nice. It's just like a nice little touch for a gift. But yeah, that's everything else in the folder. There's nothing else there. So that's that. Now getting to the main event, we've got the beautiful package there. Look how gorgeous that is. It's actually quite a big box. I know in my previous like card case, card holders and my key pouches, it's come in a really small box. So this is interesting. It's in a larger box. I hope this is the right item. So I'll just flip that open like that. Everything here is just so user-friendly. Like it's so easy to just like take out and everything. They've thought about every little detail, and it even has the shopping bag at the back. So that's everything in the box. So I'll put that down. So it comes in a little shopping bag. So that's really cute. So this is awesome for a gift. I could definitely just give it to her in this little bag. And now this is the gorgeous packaging. I'll do my best not to untie the ribbon just because I cannot tie these back. But yeah, let's see. I'll slowly slide it off. Be really careful with it just because I want to repackage it and give it to her as new as possible. So slide that off. And it's just like a little drawer box. So I've got the tab there and just pull it out. There's the dust bag. So just take that out. Ooh, I can feel it. It's quite squishy. So in this little dust bag, we've got the Louis Vuitton monogram canvas key pouch. Wow, I can already tell it's so much more pliable and soft compared to, so this is my one here that's really old, over 5 years old, and this one is the new one. So holding them side by side, they're actually pretty similar. The color of the brown canvas and the LV monogram is actually pretty similar. So let me just take a look. Okay. Mine's a little bit yellower, I guess maybe because it's worn a bit more, and I feel like you can see the grains on my one a lot more, but let me just have a look. Let's actually have a look at all the stitching and how it's made and where it's made. So the first thing to look out for is the stitching along here. So you want to make sure it's as tight as possible and that the fleur-de-lis, all the little flowers along here, the pattern is aligned with one another, and it's actually really good. I think it's actually better than my one. So my one is slightly off center a little bit, like it sticks out there, but it's not a huge deal. Whereas this one's actually perfectly matched together. So that's awesome. So this one's tightly stitched together, but let's just double check by opening it up. So the zipper there, it's really smooth, so I like that. It comes with the little textile card. Inside we've got the keychain, so that's perfect. So I've just got the little keychain, the LV logo there. And So the way you check the stitching is if you open it up and hold it in the light, you shouldn't be able to see any holes or any light coming through it at all. So if you move your hand behind it, you shouldn't see any change. So if you can see that, it's really tightly stitched together. Whereas I've seen others where it's pretty loosely stitched, and if you open it up, you can see the light coming through the holes, like where there's gaps in the stitching. So this one's actually really well made. And this one is made in France. So the little made in stamps there. On the side, it just says Louis Vuitton Paris, made in France. Another thing to look out for is also the zipper pull. So making sure that that little gold tab, the end of the zipper, goes all the way to the end. So that's pretty good. I think comparing to my one goes slightly a bit further to the end, but I mean, that's pretty close and I'm pretty happy with that. So everything else looks pretty on point with what I had. The only major difference is this one feels a lot puffier, and I don't know if you can see the width, the difference between that. So this one is mine, so this one is the older one and this is the newer version. So you can see a huge difference there. So you could probably fit a lot more in the newer one because it's got a bit more give, it's got a bit more puffiness to it. So those are the two there. Let's just try the mechanism. So with the keychain, you just lift it up and then pull it out like that. So that works fine, and then just clip it back in place. So with the zipper pulls, they're pretty much the same. They both have the LV logos on it, and it's kind of in that matte gold color. And obviously mine is just a lot more chipped and worn just because I've used it. So just holding them next to each other, I can tell that my canvas piece is a lot shinier than the newer version. And I think that's just with age. I have heard people say on the purse forum that over time with age, Louis Vuitton canvas does get like a sheen to it. And I think that's just what it is. It's not anything to do with how it's made or anything. It's just with age, it does get that shine to it. And you can kind of see my grains a bit more, I think, just because of that shininess to it. So everything else is pretty much the same. So you can see those there. Like all the fleur-de-lis, the alignment, everything is exactly the same. So I'm really happy with this. So I'm really happy with the way this one's made. The only major difference between my one and this one is the canvas itself. So this one I can definitely tell it's a lot thinner, it's a lot more pliable. So I don't know how that will wear over time, but everything else, it's actually, I think the shape of it's slightly different. I guess like my one is a bit more curved in that way, whereas this one's more straight. So I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Let me just put the keychains back in just so we can have a better comparison between the two. So this one is mine and this is the newer version. So holding them side by side, see how my one here is kind of slanted a little bit on the sides, whereas this one's more straight on the edge. So you can kind of see there the differences. But I mean, it's very, very slight differences. Everything else looks pretty much identical. So yeah, the major differences are that the canvas is a lot thinner, and just like bending it like this, it's so soft. This one is just feels really sturdy. It's like hard to just even bend it. And this one's just super, super flexible. So I don't know if you can see that, how it moves. And my one here, it's just a lot, so you just kind of like, it doesn't like do like a wave. Whereas this one, you could easily just do like a wave with it. So yeah, the stitching, the alignment, the zipper, I'm really happy with all that. I really hope she loves it and gets a lot of use out of it. I'm sure she will. She was eyeing this piece or the 6-ring key holder, but I figured because this piece is so hard to find, I wanted to pick this up for her. So yeah, this is the new version of the Louis Vuitton key pouch. And this one is my version, so the 5+ years key pouch. And now we're matching with each other. So that's all for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and join me for future videos. I have a lot more content planned, so stay tuned for that. But until then, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!